Hi, in this video I'm gonna recite an English poetry which I found on Insta Reels almost a year ago. I think the poet's name was not mentioned on that reel, so I don't know the person who actually wrote this, but I love the emotion it holds. My English is so bad and so the pronunciation. Still, I'm daring to read it aloud. Uh, the title of this poetry is Remain Water. Let's start. If you are water, every time you flow over some parched land, a part of your existence will be smoke in an instant, still flow. If you are water, every time you find emptiness, you will outpour yourselves, shrink yourselves, mold yourself into every vessel. One day, the vessel will question your identity, spill you over, and hold back emptiness as the answer. Realize that your ripple was never the answer they seek. Realize that your ripple was never the answer they seek, still pour, outpour. A single drop of yours is life, and a single life of yours will never be enough to wipe every heart of this universe. If you are water, you will bleed and dissolve within yourself. Then rise to the embrace of the sea. When you raise the sea, you will lose so much about you that you will barely flow, that you will hardly crawl. That's it. Okay, let's talk about myself in relevance to this poetry. I have always been a kind of person who often feels like not being able to be enough for people who love me or who expect good from me, and sometimes I feel like I over for myself for others and get very little in return, which obviously makes me feel emotionally drained and emotionally tired. And in such situations, the only thing I can do is accept, move on, and keep living. And finally, I learned this in these years. I know, actually, I have experienced not everything ends up being a good story with good experiences. Um, things can shatter us emotionally, things can break our heart, things can weaken us, but life goes on. I have learned to accept the randomness of life, the grief of relationships, and the chaos of emotions within myself. So, the most important thing is protecting our instinct, which makes us different from others, or which makes us feel alive in every situation we get in. And I think this poetry also reminds us to be ourselves in every situation. So, dear waters, let's stay water, whether we're in a stream or in a well or in the sea. Bye.